Well, the month of June, we focus on elder abuse and awareness about what's happening in our area and nationwide. Joining us today, Deputy Bob Fisher. He's Adult Protective Services Unit with Allen County Job and Family Services and with Allen County Job and Family Services. So thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the month where we kind of raise awareness about elder abuse, and it's a worldwide problem. I mean, we have World Elder Abuse Day, right?
Correct.
So, you know, what kind of a problem is it locally, you think?
Locally, right now, we're seeing an increase of scams, frauds, and some self-neglect type things for an individual.
All right, so where do you guys step in? How does it work?
When we get a referral, we'll take a look at what's going on, try to get into a little bit deeper with the individual. What sort of resources do they need? They may not know the resources are out there. Get them connected with various agencies depending on what the situation would be. An example would be exploitation. If they're being scammed, who do they start to go to? A lot of times they'll work with their banks and their financial institutes, and they can work on a few things, try to convince them or talk to them about what is actually happening to them.
Yeah, exactly, because I assume sometimes you almost have to talk them into, hey, this is a scam. This is not supposed to happen to you, right?
Correct. A lot of them, the social media type scams or the grandparent schemes.
Oh, yes.
Also with like computer type things, the Microsoft schemes, those seem to be some of the ones that we see the most of. Try to convince them, hey, this is not real. Especially if the person's wanting money. It's not a good idea to be sending them money thinking you're going to get something out of it.
Right.
And basically they're being deceived.
Right. Well, I mean, it's tricky for all of us. And, you know, if you're a little bit older and kind of new on computers and things, it can really be tough on them.
Correct. And that's one of the things that seems to be an issue, the smartphones, the computers, you know, and they see this scam or they see something that pops up and they think, oh, it's from Microsoft. We know it's a good thing. We'll call the number. Well, then they find out that they're being directed to talk to someone who thinks they're with a bank or a financial institute, and here to find out it's part of the scam. And then they're turning around giving money. Then when they go to the banks, they're trying to correct this, and then we start to come in and help out. And also with local law enforcement, it's very helpful to be able to talk to the people, especially if they go get reported or before they hear from us. They can work with them and try to work with that to stop anything further.
So, you know, how do we know where to report and who to report to, and, you know, how do we get the help from you?
For residents of Allen County, through Job and Family Services, our Adult Protective Services Unit, you can call our agency. Our direct line is 419-999-0251. We also have an email service, Allen County APS at jfsohio.ohio.gov. You can go either which route there. And then for other residents in other counties, we can help direct if you're not sure exactly where to go to. I know Auglaize, Van Wert, and Putnam, they work their APS units out of their JFSs. We can help them get directed to the right people. And then Hardin and Hancock are covered through Area Agency on Aging. So they contract with their Adult Protective Services. And again, we can try to help guide them into the right
area,
service where they're at.
Do you typically hear from the person's family, or does the elderly person sometimes, the senior citizen, say, hey, look, I'm questioning what's happening here?
Sometimes that is from the senior, sometimes it's family members. It might be from something that an individual went to the hospital, and we'll hear from social work, nurses, staff. We'll hear from law enforcement. You name it, we'll hear from banks. They'll want to pass this information. A lot of people, from banking to doctors, certain individuals are mandated reporters, so they want to make sure that they get that reported to us. Sometimes we can talk to the individual, quick response. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get them into the services that they need.
Wow, but at least we know that you are there and working in the community, everyone's working together to try to keep everyone safe, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because these scams are out there. So thank you very much for coming today.
Thanks you very
much. Thanks for telling us. All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.